And that's what I was about to get to. Sanquilla is we're live on YouTube at this point too now. Thank you all for being patient, but I am not using honey. Yeah, Angelia, there's got to be more to it than that. And you said for 2 weeks straight you've been doing exactly what? Hello, notice it changed from 2 lemons to 1 lemon. Can you explain? Just a little more cost effective, Libra. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were there is no difference in effect for me when I switched it, and that's the reason why I was like, let me put 1 lemon. And at least that be a starting point. And should you want to or need to, you can put the second one. I bought my ingredients today. I'm so excited to start the journey. Tan, I'm so up. We're excited for you as well. Yep. So that's what I did today. I woke up this morning, and because I had eaten late the other night, I had a number 2 when I woke up. 2 lemons, type slower. I been did it. It's changed for about a week to 2 weeks ago, something like that. It was the day I did it the night before, and then everyone was asking. I was like, well, let me just introduce y'all with 1 lemon. If 1 lemon does what it's supposed to do as far as of managing that, I hear you. Who's that? Of managing it, then that'll be enough. And of course with the cost of lemons nowadays. That was another factor is, let me see, like I tried it, I did it myself, and I was like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? 1 ounce of water, no tablespoons, Angelia, should be teaspoons. So that's too much acidity that could be playing a role in why you're not having a change. But you should be delighted that your blood, your blood levels and everything should be really good. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see you, Terica and Sanquilla. Apple cider I can't do, so what else can I do? I'm not really sure because that's the main ingredient. You know what I'm saying? That is the active ingredient. You could do just lemon and water, you know what I'm saying? But that's kind of what we do for, what up, Jamaica? We do for kids, you know what I'm saying, as they do the water with lemon or whatnot. But all this stuff, okay, so 4 days with 2 lemons, 4 days in with 2 lemons, I'll change to 1. Yeah. Libra, and again, if you're having results with the 2 lemons, you can continue. But if you want to see if just 1 lemon to do it, then you can do that. I do it in the morning and before I go to bed. You can, Tan. I just do it once a day. No, Rose, again, just like they say that about apple cider vinegar, you're still diluting it, and that doesn't become an issue. That's what's up, Redbone. You can use lime, Lily. Yep. Lime has a higher potency of vitamin C. How many? You don't use any tablespoons, Tiara. Teaspoons. What up, Will? Will I am Ramirez. Yeah. So so for all of the conversation that people have about, teeth enamel and stomach and all that, because we're diluting it, those are off to the wayside. Now, if somebody had continued with those tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, oh yeah, you can expect those complications. What up, Gaston? I see you. What up, Angela? Okay, yeah, I just started. I just went live, Angela. Those are, so just so y'all understand, my people on YouTube are joining the YouTube live. I know you're a hygienist now. Yeah, you've been missing the action. What's up, Enough? But you just tuned in right on time. Well, I'm on a blood thinner. Okay, so yeah, on a blood thinner, you absolutely can't do it. It's gonna lower your blood pressure too much. But you talk to your doctor, and there may be a way that you work it in, a day on, a day off, or something like that. Has this had a bad effect on anyone with no gallbladder or appendix, or just me running to do number 2? I haven't heard of any adverse reactions from people that were missing a gallbladder. But again, I noticed my love handles are getting smaller. I told you, William. Listen, man. Round of applause to William. 3 weeks in, love handles going away. That's important to notice. Like, it's really, I haven't weighed myself, and you shouldn't, but I've lost 1.5 inches off my waist, 45.5 to 44. So my question to you, lady, would be, Why would you want to weigh yourself when you're seeing results? Like, I'm one of those people who says, I don't need to learn the magic. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know what the magic is to appreciate the changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like saying you want this special kiss, and then you get the special kiss. Now you're trying to figure out why it's special, instead of just enjoying the fact that you have the special kiss happening. I noticed my suits are fitting better. Yeah, man. 2 weeks in, Jamaican, that's what's up. That's what's up. Round of applause. That's no easy feat, y'all. Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, that's not one extra teaspoon. Yeah, it is one extra teaspoon, but I think that when you have that level of acidity going into your body at once, you know what I'm saying? But it could be other things. Like, again, Angela, we really have to break down, like, walk me through your day. You know what I'm saying? And then, speak about some other metrics, if you're taking any other medicines or aspirins, or, you know what I'm saying? How have you been before that? How regular were you before? I got a ton of questions that would go into, that are exclusive to you and your situation. So that's kind of why I reserve those opportunities to steal me away from our audience and have that conversation. Because actually tonight, let me just, tonight is supposed to be love. Yo, man. Sex. Yo. So Princess, what did you try this exact recipe, or did you use tablespoons? Because for the results you're saying you got with the burn and your stomach burn, that sounds like you use tablespoons. I did try the lime coffee, and I just didn't like the taste. You know what I mean? I felt like it did what it's supposed to do, but I didn't like the taste. No, that's what's up. No meds. I refuse to take meds. Love. Yo, man. Sex. Yo. Social media. What's up? What's poppin'? Money. It's time for the relationship. Adding more water. Did you do 8 ounces of water? If you don't sip some dang water, exactly. Who you talking about, me? Girl, stop. When I first started using tablespoons and I got very nauseous, yep, you have to use teaspoons. I be trying to say, like, listen, 8 ounces of water is enough. 4 ounces of lemon or lime is enough. 2 teaspoons works perfect. So I just, my hope was that everybody would, when you're doing the recipe, Letitia, tell her 2 tablespoons is not it. Anything that much is just it's not gonna be right. It's not gonna do well. No, it's not that. It wasn't dry at all. Matter of fact, I got a lot of saliva right now. I just got through eating. Doggone it, frozen my ear when you were answering my question about limes. No, I said limes are cool. Yeah, limes have more vitamin C in them than lemons. It's just the taste is different, and I don't like the taste of it. And maybe it's because I got hooked on lemons. And I love the way that it tastes with lemons and raw honey, and the way that it's configured now. So that, I'm sure that's the reason why. Hey. So Angela, Letitia, Takira, Sanquilla, and Terica, who are all on my YouTube Live, I'm going to give you all the first options to get us started on our conversation, our relationship show conversations. Yep. That is right. I am showing preference to my YouTube channel people, and rightfully so, because they went and they subscribed, they joined the live, and I'm looking at everybody's questions though. So we've been talking about relationships and stuff, and it's crazy because I've been having a bunch of relationship conversations with friends and family lately. I'm loving it with lemon and honey too. Yeah, I'm gonna try limes to see. And you should, coffee. I like that. That's too broad of a question, Angela. Why ninjas ain't shit? Excuse my language. Let me make sure I filter this stuff right. She said, why ninjas ain't shit? You can't do that. That's too general. No general questions, y'all. When it comes to love and relationships, do you want to be in a general relationship? Do you want to be in a relationship that could be painted with the same paintbrush? everybody's relationship has little nuances in them. So I had a conversation with my homeboy today, right? I hadn't talked to him in a while, so we did some catching up conversationally. And then finally, we had, what up, Diana? We had the conversation about what was going on with him and his relationship. You know what I mean? And we ended up getting to the point where he was saying, and we're pretty real with each other. We'll talk real talk. And he was talking about how his girl, that he may feel like she might be doing something, right? And I asked him, I said, do you care? And that's the realest question I would ask any of y'all is, do you care? Excuse me. What up, April? If you're on my YouTube, man, make sure y'all hit the like button. I see we got people on there, but our likes don't match the amount of people. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up and you're subscribing, and you got to turn notifications turned on. But listen, so I asked him, does he care? And I would ask y'all that question. And if you're in a relationship with somebody and you've been in a relationship with them, him and his girl have been, they've been together for a long time. So my question to y'all is, do you care if your significant other may be entertaining somebody else? Do you care? Now listen, I'm not done yet. Do you care if they're treating you really good? That's the question on the table, y'all. Y'all can think about it for a second. I don't even know what that question means. How about, why would a guy victim blame a female he found out that was SA if he says he loves her? I don't know what SA is. I don't know what that is. Savannah said, nope, not at this moment. Nope. Heart of gold. That's real. That's real talk right there. Anybody else? Would you care if you had a significant other that maybe or maybe not stepping out or whatever, but you think that there might be a possibility that they are? Do you care? So Keith says yes. Jamaica said absolutely, because eventually they will become occupied with that person. Now, mind you, the caveat was that they're treating you right. Sanquilla says yes, I care. Okay, that's what's up, Diana. So if TikTok is freezing you guys, go up to my face, press the button, go to my YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is not freezing. Savannah said, as long as they're open and honest. This honesty, sexually assaulted. Why would a guy victim blame a female he found out that was sexually assaulted if he says he loves her? We'll get to that. That's such a crazy scenario, Angela. We'll get to that. Yeah, absolutely, I would care. Now, here's the thing. Everyone and nobody needs to change. I don't want to be lumped in with the masses. For those people that care, I guess my question is, why would you care when you probably wouldn't even know? You get it? Even if you had a spider sense, right? Like, you think something's up, but you can't prove that something's up, and they're treating you well. Ryan, okay, yeah. I'll tell you about that. Diana, good memory, Diana. That's a good memory. Yeah, I've been good, man. I just check back in, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, I know you want to know. Go ahead, man. You are inspiring countless people. God is using you in many ways. God bless you. Thank you, Christina. So here's my thing, right? Because more so than anything, when we talk on our live, we talk about mindset. Mindset is everything. Marie said, I would still care. Beautiful one says, I always know. Brown Chick said, no, that's a no. I would care. But I'll say, why? Why would you care if you're, listen, some people are in that position and don't even know it. And then there are others who are, Angela said, all secrets come to the light. That's why. I guess, you know what I'm saying? But you have to care, right? Because when I'm committed, I'm committed. Feeling getting involved and feeling also gets you hurt. I should be good enough. He shouldn't want to occupy any of his time with anyone else. I've let go of being territorial. I'm all about honesty and truth. I like that part. It's about trust. Okay. My thing is, like, And my conversation with him was just poignant. It was that do you really care? Do you really care if that's happening and you don't know it? Because are we then actually perpetuating or pushing somebody into that scenario? And could it possibly be our own insecurities making us think that it's happening? Like that's what I find a lot of times is that people's insecurities make these situations happen. I would care because if I was in a committed relationship, I would want the same respect I'd be given. Too much focus. I've just seen situations where dudes get blamed or people get blamed. Oh man, where's my other phone at? Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Yo. Yeah, I'm listening. One second. Yeah, you're the finest girl I've seen tonight. Yeah, so melodically, just a girl you done here tonight. Lead it a little bit. Like right now, it's still landing on the beat. That no no the second half is fine. I'm saying maybe I'm just singing along with that part because you changed it up after that, right? Play it one more time. No, it's muted on. Play it one more time from the first half. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I need to. I'm not talking right now. I'm listening to my. I got to listen to something real quick. Okay. I think that send me that. Is that got both verses on it, right? It's just that instead of like, but that's in certain sections. Like in the sections where you can give it that little nudge, like that little right before the beat type thing. That adds his character. That's his. It adds a difference in feel. Nope. I sing tonight. Baby, you no, you didn't. Baby, you're the fine thing I see tonight. See how the night is ahead a little bit. Instead of is it see tonight? That's it right there. That's it. Okay. And listen for those spots if it's available even in the first half as you're doing it. Um Play the first half real quick. Yep. I see tonight. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. So finish that and then send that to me and I'm gonna shoot it over. my nigga. No, thank you for your patience, y'all. Now we're working on something for Keith Sweat, and we just want to make sure this rhythm was right on this part of the song. I'm sorry. Make a song for me so I can sing it. La la la. My singing is horrible. All right, yeah. So listen, if I'm freezing on here, if you guys are saying I'm freezing on TikTok, why don't we move the conversation over to youtube.com/ICGreen1. Several people have already made the transition over. I see y'all. But none of y'all, only half of y'all have hit the like button. Come on, y'all, hit the like button, y'all. Our ultimate goal is love others, inspire others, and take care of self. If you don't care about, I didn't get the rest of that. So again, what I'm saying to y'all is like, I just go to my profile, right, where it says where you follow me at on TikTok, and then press the Instagram button, and it'll pull up Instagram and YouTube underneath it. Just press the YouTube link that comes up. Sanquil, I thought you knew. No, I'm joking. I'm so joking, Sanquil. I'm not, kind of, but I am. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, one of the greatest things that we can do is shift our mindset, right? What does happy mean to you? What does happy mean to you, right? When people say I want to be happy in my relationship, what if you're happy in your relationship, but it's like I said, but the person is entertaining somebody else as well, but has managed to keep you happy? Will it make a difference regarding your happiness? There's a thumbs up button there. Should be some a thing on there where you can hit the thumbs up. Subscribe and then notifications and then like where it says like like it. What up, ZB? ZB, everybody's saying I'm freezing on YouTube, on TikTok, and it usually happens at night. It doesn't freeze during the day for some reason. But if it's freezing here, YouTube is not freezing. It never freezes on YouTube. And I see people matriculating over. When you join the YouTube page, say hello and let me know who you are. And some of y'all got your names remixed on YouTube other than what they are on TikTok. Yeah. So, okay, that's what's up. What up, Brooke? What up, Tamika? I see you. Enriquez. So that's my question though. Like, I be concerned, right? Do you want to know? Like, if you really like somebody, do you really want to know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But okay, Savannah, but what if knowing wasn't an option, right? That you just had to go off of what your spider sense is tingling, but you're being treated very well. I see green 1, Lady Rowe. Let me see if I can type it in for y'all. I see green 1. That's it right there. That's my YouTube. I see green 1. Did you end up finding your song from White Chicks? I want to listen to it. I was looking for, I sure didn't. I will find it though. I'll do it by Google search. I didn't Google search it last time, but I Google search it this time. That's my only concern, right? Is I can lean into my social support in case you run off. That's funny. That's funny. But that's the part that I be concerned about when it comes to, do you know how to be happy, right? Will you allow yourself to be happy? Will you, a lot of times people undermine their happiness, you know what I'm saying? Insecurities play a big role in that. And that's why I be like, yo, you got to know what you know and go with that, right? And the only thing you can know really is what you know in your existence with somebody. There we go. And that part is always the challenging part. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. Then I have to make decisions that will give me comfort if my thoughts are true, but it's being concealed. Yeah, I understand, but naivety has its place in relationships. I know people don't want to hear that, but absolutely. Sometimes, man, sometimes I just be like, you know what? But if you want that, that should be because you want it, not because you press because somebody else is doing something. That's a character thing on you. I can't make you cheat on nobody. I would just be the excuse should you do it. I'd be the moral excuse that you would use, but I ultimately don't have control over you like that. Because if I had control over you like that, I would probably use that control in my favor and differently. Savannah said, if you have a friend, I want a friend. But why would it take me having a friend to inspire you to have a friend? That's the challenge I have with it. Like, why does it take somebody? Listen, you are who you are, and you have to remain who you are. What up, sweet? That's what makes it really what it is, right? When you decide that you're going to become what you despise, that's the challenge for me. I mean, again, but if you always wanted to do it, that's something else to be discussed, Savannah. Like, if you really wanted to cut the fool, then that's a whole nother thing. Do you think people just wake up and decide to cheat, or do you think they've always been cheaters who found a way in time to do it? Because I believe people, cheaters always want to cheat or have always wanted to cheat. And when you think about life, you'll never know. You'll lose your mind worried about that. Like, honestly, you'll lose your mind. That's what's up, enough. But this is the relationship side. We talking about relationship stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. And I've had to say this to somebody before. If I ever wanted to cheat, I could do it and you'd never know it. So please don't worry yourself about something that shouldn't be a metric. That's what's up. That's what's up, Christina. You're not giving up? Ain't no giving up, Christina. What are you talking about? Nobody wants this discussion. What if someone of us are not emotionally monogamous? Most people aren't. Thank you, April. April subscribed. That's what's happening. Listen, it's hard, right? It's hard. But the more boundaries, the more rules you create, the more rules have an opportunity to be broken, which once you find out they're broken, then goes your, that's what's up, not for everybody. What up, Marsha? For those of you who are joining over here, I'm finally, without taking decals, I love adding this to my lifestyle. That's what's up, Rainbow. Shout out to Rainbow. So, yeah, listen, tonight, actually, we're talking about love and relationships, and we're just getting into it, really. And yeah, that's the thing, right? My thing is at some point you got to know when you're happy, because that's what it is, right? Ultimately, you just want to be happy, and I'm happy in my naivety as much as I'm happy in my knowing. I just know that whenever I've searched or looked for something, I could possibly be right. And if it's not affecting me negatively, there's nothing to talk about. But the minute it starts affecting you negatively, meaning if a person is not able to manage the relationship they have with you, or they begin communicating with you crazy or anything like that, then there's something worth talking about. But again, I prefaced it. It was a loaded question, man. I thought y'all would have picked up on it. It was loaded from the start when I said that you were happy. No, so enough. The question was this: would you care if your significant other was maybe flirting or had something on the side, but you are completely happy? Meaning you don't know it. You don't know it, but you're happy. If we both can agree not to look for it and not worry about it, then it's a go. But that's ultimately it, Savannah. Your trust has to be rooted in you knowing what you know and you being able to accept what you feel, right? And if nobody's giving you an indication that you should feel anything other than happy, So finding out that they're cheating is stronger than you being happy, Sanquilla. And there is a double standard. I can't even front. But again, it is and it isn't. And it's really depending on the person, right? But we know men have very shallow egos. We know that about us. At least I know that about us. We can't handle a lot of the immature man cannot handle dishing out or getting back what they dish out. I got a friend that's a prime example of it. This dude was just telling her, he dogging her, like he telling her, look, I can't. He's like, if we get married, I just can't, I got to be honest. I don't think I could be, solo with you and da 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 da. You know, we all do. Redbone, we all have an instinct. You know, we all have our spirit that's connected to certain people, and it travels with them. With outside of our bodies, our spirits know what's going on before we do. True story, Savannah. I believe that. I believe that. And knowing that though, I think y'all are. There's such a retaliatory, thing. Let me see. What does it say? Is it true that you just? Diane, I can't repeat that right now, but that's funny as I don't know what. I lived happy for years, and one day it was over when it came to light. Kids found out before me. That's the other part. Remember, I said as long as they, if that's the part that is the tragedy right there. I'm gonna be happy regardless. Having someone as a bonus to add to my happiness. No, they cannot. She said. I agree with both statements, and that is the coffee is expressing what I think is probably the worst part of it all, right? And you're right, Savannah. That's what they're saying. It's the embarrassment of somebody finding out. Now that part is worth is weight in gold. I think that you can't be gallivanting around here and be putting the respect that your significant other has garnered in the community. You can't barter that. You can't leverage that. Like you can't put that in a place where people are looking at her funny, like, yo, you. But again, okay, so I say that, and then I say, it's just such a crazy thing. I feel everything. I know what I don't want to know. Always praying I'm wrong. Yeah, we're all connected, right? We're connected, and some of us are connected even closer than others. Yeah. Some of us are connected more than others. So, I don't know, man. You would say to yourself, it's the humiliation of it becoming something that everybody knows, and you're not the only one. That's probably the most painful of it all. I don't care enough to know, Key. And when I say I don't care enough to know, meaning this: if I'm happy, I don't even want to know. Just keep me happy, because I do understand that everybody's an adult. At any moment, a person can say, without even having that as a situation, without even having them cheating or stepping out. At any moment, a person can say, I don't want to be with you no more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm that's my years in peace. I ain't charging nobody's balls to find out if he cheated. It's kind of stupid. That's kind of like my take. Like, I don't care like that. Like when I say if I'm happy and I'm good, cool, and I'm prepared for if you do decide to do something else. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm first on the list, right? If I'm happy, I'm good. And and it's not predicated on your actions as much as, you can lift me up, but I'm not going to let you tear me down. I'm not going to let you, put me in a bad space. But before that, Marsha said something I want y'all to really listen to. She said, it's the betrayal that hurts. I was cheated on for years, and it really hurt me. And here's the caveat: once she found out. You hear it? She said, it's the betrayal that hurts. I was cheated on for years, and it really hurt me once I found out. So that's my question. That's really it in a nutshell right there. Prior to you finding out, Marsha, how were you? Was the relationship on the rocks before you found out, or were things cool? That is very funny, Diane. I want you to know that. It's hilarious. I've never heard that. No, as you shouldn't, Rose. You shouldn't allow anybody that type of control. Okay, so listen. So, and that's my point. So Marsha said prior to finding out, she was good. That's exactly right, ZB. You have no control over it. If you knew it, yes, Savannah, if you knew it, it would hurt you. But in the interim of that, before you found out, how were you? Were you happy? If you were truly happy before you found out, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Do you then negate all the happiness that you got before that, before finding out? Because it's the same person. The difference is knowledge. That's it. And I'm the first person to tell y'all, once you bring something to the light, something has to change, something has to be adjusted, because it's common knowledge now. It's one of those things. It's a crazy way to think about things. I'm just saying. But it messed up my mental state up, and I couldn't get over it. But I couldn't overlook it because I walked in and seen it. Oh man, oh my gosh. That's something different. Oh my gosh. I think I need to Savannah stupid. So listen. Now that's a different kind of trauma, Marsha. Marsha said it messed up her mental state up, and she couldn't overlook it because she walked in and saw it. Anybody else walk in and discover the infidelity? Some people think the world revolves around them or the world owes them a living. That's a very self-on. Yeah. What are you talking about? Just got on cheaters. Somewhat kidding. We're talking about if you were happy, things can be great as long as I didn't know. But once I found out, boy, bye. Okay, so but my question again goes to you, Redbone. If you were happy the whole time before you found out, then what? You were happy before you found out. And finding out was the only thing that changed it. Savannah said, I don't have energy for polygamy. Yeah, I think that'd be strange, yo. Although most dudes feel like they can manage that, but don't even understand what the basis of that is. Most people don't understand the basis of what polygamy is. Yes, if you use the honey, Grace. No, if you don't use the honey. You could break your fast with it and use the honey. Wouldn't that happiness be negated once the truth comes out? No. See, who's living the lie? Not you. You were happy. That's the part right there, Key. If you're not getting, and it doesn't have to be 100%. Because Key says you have to know when someone is not giving you all of them 100%. Yeah, that is crazy, Diana. That's a deep one. Yeah, what did she say? You have to know. So I think they should fix what's the problem in the main relationship before adding others. But if we're saying that, Marsha, as if there was a problem in the initial relationship. You know what I mean? Once you find out, everything changes. But does it whitewash what happened before it? Like, that's the part I want. It's how is it happy under false pretenses? Your happiness is what it is because you were what you were. You were happy. So how's it false? Nobody can take away your happiness because you were happy for a reason. Now, whether they had an ill intent behind it, it doesn't matter. You were happy. I'm not erasing 2 years of happiness because I found out all of a sudden that you was with somebody else during that time. I was happy. And if anything, I'm going to think the other person got the short end of the stick because I was happy the whole time. Like, this is one of those things where I don't say, oh man, you was dating somebody else and now I can't, now I got to erase all that time. No, I can't tell you why stuff like that happens. I can just tell you there's an experience in it. And if I experience happiness with you, do you know there are people who live years and years being unhappy with the truth? She said, have you ever been? Absolutely. Diana, what are you saying? That's right. Exactly, Lily. It's the knowledge of it that changes it. But up until the point of their eyes being open, what were they? Bliss. I've been cheated on before. And it's a humbling experience. It's something that you but prior to that happening, um I don't even ask that question, Marsha. Yes, and you all got to understand. Even if those boundaries were broken, right, Savannah? At some point you were happy. And you I'm not going to take away my happiness because of something somebody else did. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Coffee. Thank you. Coffee said, I don't regret the good times for sure. And she got her kids out of it. So if somebody lied to you, but they were good, somebody lied to you, but they were good to you. Do you understand? Like, do y'all understand that the time that they were lying, you were happy? You don't know the boundaries are broken, Savannah, until it's broken, like until it's common knowledge. So for instance, Savannah, I'm gonna give you an example. You've been together 3 years. 2 of those years, the boundaries were broken and you didn't know. The 3rd year, you find out. What happened to those first 2 years? First 2 years, you're ridiculously happy. That's the part that I'm you know what I'm saying is the. I feel like I got crazy after that. Now I don't give a flying F. Yeah, I'm too good of a woman if you want to cheat. Again, no, I wouldn't throw it away. I cussed him out. That's how you know, though, right there, ZB. The pattern changes. And that's how I knew. When the way I knew was because the attitude was funny. You know what I'm saying? I was like, something's off. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're solid and you haven't changed, that'd be the indicator. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying how you figure it out. How you figure out, you know what I'm saying, using your instincts or whatever. Gonna shut down early morning, earlier. Okay, Letitia, get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. We'll be up 9 o'clock if I can help it. But that's the difference, right? I didn't say the time before that was a lie. But once I saw the change, that's when I understood something was off. And it'll drive you crazy trying to determine how long something's been going on and da-da-da. That don't even matter how long it's been going on. What matters the most is the fact that you recognize the difference. And from that point on, everything matters. At the point of me no longer being in my blissful state, at the point of me waking up from this dream, at the point of me staring this lie in the face, that's where it all begins. It doesn't start before that for me. I'm sorry. I love being happy, and I'm happy whether I know or whether, not knowing, and I'm happy. No, but you still happy you hit the lotto. You still got the money. You know what I'm saying? She said loyalty and honesty. Oh, no, she said that's like finding out you hit the lotto just to find out that all the money not yours. But you have it's a little bit different. In this dating world, 2022, it's hard to find loyalty. Yes. Again, loyalty has been compartmentalized. So it's a matter of saying, what do you really want somebody to be loyal about? You want complete loyalty, but you know that's not possible. People don't know what loyalty, like real loyalty, means, and not willing to make a sacrifice for that. I'm no longer happy with this. If you got to be sneaky when I'm saying I don't care, if you got to be sneaky, then I'm saying I don't care. No, so I'm saying the potential of somebody, there's a high potential, especially nowadays, of, unfaithfulness. And my question is, like I asked my homeboy, I said, do you really care though? Because then it becomes, what are you willing to do? And if you have kids involved, of course, that becomes a harder conversation to have. But then also, then you say to yourself, have you honored it the same way? And that was my other question to him, was like, I know him, so I'm kind of like, yo, why you tripping, bro? Because you know what I'm saying? Yep. They pushing that heavy. You saw that, Marsha? Like, they're pushing poly relationships like crazy. I've never seen it. They're pushing a lot of immorality right now. Again, a little bit differently because at the point of them leaving, Savannah, at the point of them leaving, they're not taking anything with them. You know what I'm saying? They take what they. Savannah said, "What if you happy about your finances, and you find out your accountant been stealing, but it's not affecting you?" So the difference between that is we're talking about an asset at that point, and with assets, it does affect people when they steal from you, but emotionally, that's a different kind of asset because it's dependent on how you respond. Of course, at that point you do because he stole assets from you. But was if your accountant was making you a lot of money, keeping you happy, and then he was telling other clients that you're an idiot, would you care? Should you care? I'm not gonna care. He making me a lot of money. That's what his job is. He keeping me happy. That's the scenario. They say what's good is evil, what's evil is good. Yep, they trying to flip it on his head, Nicole. Honestly, morality is different for everybody, and that's the other tragedy, Christina, because there's really morality has its cornerstones, and those have been knocked down lately. Over the last few years, I tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all one of the sources that undermined morality was MTV was a big proponent of that. Yep. And that's really low balling, Marsha. Like that's really coming from a low place. I do, Tony. I do trust different. I just have a different. I trust me first, and then I deal with how I would deal with stuff because I know I'm dealing with a whole nother. When you get cheated on, what you realize is that you're dealing with a whole nother adult. You didn't choose for them to cheat on you, and the excuses that they have for why they cheated on you will never suffice. So will I pretend that, what I'm saying, that that's the route I'm going to go for in the future? No. Do what you do. Do what you do. Yeah, people want closure after breakups. Sometimes closure is not necessary. It ain't necessary. If you broke up, let it go. Keep it moving. I don't need to know why. I don't need to know why. I'm cool. Diana says what hurts the most is when they cheat on you with no protection, and when they girl, you so crazy. No, see, it's different though, right? See, and that's what I'm talking about. Savannah says some of us value our emotional energy the way people value money, and I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that that's something that you should reflect on because um, stealing and cheating are there's a parallel there. And listen, these things are what they are. It's not about those things. If you notice, my whole conversation has been about how do you manage, because it's you that makes the difference in what happens next. Yeah, Nicole, karma is, set up totally different. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just look at things. I just deal with stuff a whole nother way. I realize that adults are gonna be adults. Nobody's perfect. People are gonna make, you know, people are gonna make these crazy. Uh, but so you're saying, I bet you trust different. To those years were a lie. How? If I was happy, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all somebody who said something really dope. I wish I could find it online right now. Have y'all seen the discussion between Alec Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni? I think it's Nikki Giovanni. Have y'all seen that interview? She says something that I think is so profound. I should try to find it. Let me see if I can find it. Because I don't want to mess it up, but it's so profound. Nikki Giovanni, James Baldwin. There you go. Listen, I'm gonna see if y'all can hear this. Let me make sure y'all can hear this because I don't want to mess this up. She says something so profound. I want to get just the clip. Let me make sure I got the one that has the clip. Y'all need to hear this. This one right here. I think this is it. Tell me if y'all can hear it.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying.
Oh man, it's glitching. Can y'all hear the glitch? Can y'all hear it glitching like that? Let me see.
And to me.
Maybe if I do this, let me see if I can bring it back through here. What did y'all say? Can y'all hear that over there on YouTube? So, Nikki Giovanni explains why you should lie to someone you love. I'm gonna find it on my phone. I'm gonna play it. Do I got one Bluetooth set up? I don't have it. Okay, so I can do this. I can Bluetooth this. But I want y'all to hear this because y'all, I hear y'all talking, man, but y'all don't understand. Listen to what her point is. So super profound. And I just marveled at it when she said it. I marveled at it. If y'all don't know who Nikki Giovanni is, y'all need to go research her. She's one of our ancestors, black leaders, super profound sister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Loyalty. So let me find it though. Let me find it because I love this. I love her perspective. Library history. There it go. Listen to this, y'all.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course.
All
Of course
right,
you'll lie to me. Because I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat you the way I treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell. Because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man? I will always remember Jimmy's.
Woo! Y'all don't understand. That's so profound. I love that conversation. That it's a really almost a 2-hour conversation that y'all should listen to. If y'all like I like listening to stuff like that. I like hearing Malcolm X's sister speak and hearing of conversations with Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? That's right. If he's keeping you happy, that's all I'm saying, Savannah. Look, we go out into the world and y'all didn't hear it, Natural. Y'all should have been able to hear that on TikTok. She said, lie to me like you lie to everybody else. Every person in this room goes out. I'm so mad y'all didn't hear it, man. Let me, I'm going to play it again through the microphone. That way you, oh, no, you can't hear it that way. Let me see. But who, now there you go, Savannah. Savannah said, why does the side person get to know about them, but not you don't get to know about her? Who says the side person gets to know? That's where we start going crazy. No, the whole thing, Angela's amazing. And that's it right there, Marsha. That's it. Marsha, that's it. That's it. Marsha said, I just want to be happy. And that's it. What's good, Alpha Man? and that's really it in a nutshell. If you realize what you really want, which is to be happy, then you understand that if a person is lying to make you happy, but you're happy, what do you care about it unless you find out the truth? If you never find out the truth, is your existence in happiness a lie? I say no, because you can only be that at the time that you're being it. You can only be happy if you're happy. Like you were happy. You can't take your happiness away. If I'm happy right now, what y'all gonna say? Well, 5 minutes ago you was happy, and I can't say no, I wasn't. I was faking it. I was truly happy. Yeah, and he was wrong for that, Diana. And that's unfortunate. In that situation, Diana said the side piece knew about her, but she didn't know about him. I asked my friend, are you lying to me? He said, why would I lie to you? I'm not sleeping with you. That's kind of profound. Oh man. Yeah, they both think they're the only one. And if they're happy, beautiful one, who cares, right? Some people can, Don, but do you really care at some point? Like at some point, do you say, if you're the happy one, do you care if the other one's not happy? That's all I'm saying. Like I know y'all don't, I'm sorry, I think very different, but I'm so happy in my difference that it's going to be hard for somebody to disprove how I feel. I don't care that much, Don. Like if I suspect it in my head, listen, right or wrong, the moment you suspect somebody of something, you have already committed them to doing the act. You know, you already do. Alpha, I asked them. The question of the night is, uh, would you care if a person you was with was kicking it with somebody else, but they kept you happy? Would you care? And my response is, for what? I'm happy. And then they were saying like that the fact that you were happy for 2 years and then found out in year 3 that they was kicking it with somebody else would negate your happiness. And I'm saying there's no possible way. I can't go back and I can't undo how happy I was. And that's the thing, Savannah. What I'm doing with my other dude may be helping me keep you happy. I wouldn't care, Don. Why would you care? If you're happy, why do you think you would care, Don? Because your spider senses is tingling? Because you know what I'm saying? Because something on this, that's that other thing that to me, that's the mindset that, you know, what if you're right and you can figure it out and you're right, then more power to you. But sometimes you don't, in my book, I can't control what another person does. And if they truly wanted to do something without me knowing it, I know they could do it all the time. And that's going to be anybody, let alone a person I've been with for a very, very long time. And that's a law, Redbone. I'm happy now because I learned not to ask what I don't want to know. They say that. My intuition would make me feel something is not right. So now your intuition is going to put you in a position where you're going to want to negate your happiness. So intuition over happiness. How would you feel deceived, Christina, until you only knew? You could only feel deceived until you knew. But most people feel deceived in their thinking. Like most people have already said you've done something before you've ever done it and don't realize that maybe they're putting that frequency out there is something that really brought it to fruition. Remember, what you ask for, what you think is, you know, what you say is what you get. So that works in multiple ways. Truly natural, you may not want to share, but what if you don't know and you're happy in during this period that you don't know? But Marsha, you wouldn't know it, is what I'm saying to you. You wouldn't know it until you know it. Marsha said, I shouldn't have to, I guess I'm selfish, I shouldn't have to share you. But if you don't have to share you if it was up to you. We talking about adults. It ain't up to you whether it ain't never been up to the person who's cheated on whether somebody cheated on them or not. That ain't never been up to us. But that's it. But you got to make me happy in a way that my happiness is not connected to your faithfulness. But that's what it is anyway, right? If a person is making you happy, you don't say, I wonder if he's being faithful while he making me happy. You don't say that. You just believe in the happiness. It is hard, natural. That's why I pose this. This is a super tricky, hard question. I mean, so it's opening you up to just. I'm just giving y'all something to think about. That's exactly natural. I appreciate that. She said that's hard, especially when you're happy. Question: so have you ever felt someone wasn't right with someone you were dating? Absolutely, Don. But I've also had to decide whether I cared enough. If they were making me happy, but I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Then I have to say which feeling is stronger to me. Which one do I care about most? My intuition or being happy? Yo, I'll be like, and this is true fact. I'm giving you this. I'm giving it to you. Yeah, you hear Candy? What's up? I'm like this. I'll be like, whatever. I really do. That's right. You can't undo the happiness, but what to do once you find out. That's the part, Marsha. Now, Marsha posed the question. Wait, what's that? Wait, that's a misconception. Which part? I like Marsha's statement. Marsha said, what do you do when you find out? That's the next part. Hold on to that. That's the next part. If someone is always suspicious and accusatory, no one is happy. True story. True story. I'm just saying, Don, that's how, you know what I'm saying? I'm cut differently. Yeah, I am so different when it comes to those things, but I'm happy because I get it. When we feel happy, we do hope that he is being faithful. Yes, but you never, ever know. And that's my point, Savannah. You just nailed it in a nutshell. If you're happy, you're not questioned. You know what I'm saying? And Alpha said, look, I'm going to tell you what it is straight from the gate. Listen, Alpha, what I do understand about some people.
You can't handle the truth.
You can tell them, you can be honest, but man, they look at that as, you know, your happiness was built on a lie. Tanya, my happiness was built on being happy. the way I was happy had nothing to do with whether somebody was lying to me or not. It was relying on them making me happy. Tanya said, but your happiness was built on a lie. My happiness was built on the happiness. I didn't know about no lie. I can't go back and now say, oh, that was a lie. I was happy. Savannah, you can't double down on that. Listen, if you was happy, you was happy. You didn't know why. You just knew you was happy. So according to Tony, that means you would go back and erase the happiness because you felt like it wasn't genuine. But do you care whether it was genuine or not? Because it was genuine enough for you to be happy. That's all I'm saying. Like, let's be real, y'all. If you was happy, you was happy. Like you was happy. Most people don't appreciate I say what I mean and always mean what I say. I want the same in another. That's very difficult to find. And sometimes, even with alpha statements, sometimes people use that as leverage against you. They play the game. Just like when you say up front, hey, I don't want a relationship. You can say that all you want, but then the other person start falling for you, and then they change the parameters of how y'all move. But listen, even when you didn't have them to yourself, you had them, and you were happy. She said, yes, that is not true happiness. It was true happiness when I was happy. Yeah, your happiness is on you. And so if you were happy with this person while you were with them until you found out something, that happiness is what it is. That's your truth. The truth really is that happy is temporary and joy is lasting. You can never find that in a person. All right, DJ, I hear you coming in with a word. That's what I want you to realize. When I used to care, I wanted it to be real. Woo! Listen, I'm gonna get y'all there. Y'all gonna be happy like I'm happy. Cause I be happy on some. I'm an adult. I'm a. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say, Diana? Let me go back up. Diana said, so you wouldn't care if I cheated on you thousands of times as long as I made you happy. If I didn't know you cheated on me and you was always making me happy, Diana, help me understand that. If when you was with me and I was happy, what am I arguing about? Why am I upset? Like, I don't do that. I'm not even looking for a reason to be unhappy. So you'd have to be really stupid. You'd have to do something really stupid in order for me to be like, what are you doing? That's one way to do it, Red. Yep. Listen, Don, my instincts might tell me something, but then I'd have to negotiate my intuition with how I feel. I'm from the school of, I'm not going to think up the whack stuff. I'm going to kick it with, I'm a Taurus Gemini. I'm going to kick it with the dope stuff. Like, I got a choice. You do know you got a choice, right? You can walk down the street where you say, I'm looking for everything. I'm going to see everything that's going on. I'm going to study everything. And then they would, Angela, but they would, I mean, if they did, I wouldn't care. I can't control that. The things I can't control, I accept. I accept what I can't control. So I enjoy the moments that I'm happy. I enjoy the moments that I'm in. Hey, listen, I that used to be my pickup line too. My pickup line used to be, listen, as long as you want me to be here, I'll be here. As long as you want to be happy, I'll be happy. I'm on the cusp. I'm a Taurus Gemini. And that's why I know I think differently. I mean, I know that's part of it, like that whole little makeup. But the process is still the same for me. You know? The process is still the same for me. Listen, I know. I don't even see, my problem is you suspect until proven otherwise. I don't suspect nothing. So I don't even worry about it. If you're not making me happy, then we have to talk. That's it. And Taushi, she said lots of us go in with past hurts. Once the ball drops, we go back to that hurt place. But you should be basking in the times that it's not the hurt place. Yeah, see, some of y'all got them crazy birth dates. Got y'all tripping out. I be seeing them birth dates come up. I'll be like,
you serious?
that's what I'd be like. And because I'm on the cusp, there's most signs, most zodiac signs are attracted to us. It's that peripheral point of view that comes into play. But yeah, that's the dichotomy I want y'all to look at, really. And it's a mindset shift. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, happiness is fleeting, right? So if we know that happiness is fleeting, at some point we got to say, I'm balls to the wall when I'm happy. And I understand that, right, Redbone? I understand that there are only certain people who can have access to shift your emotions. But I think that you have to pay attention to that too, because I can't, because of how things work, I won't let a lot of people manage. Do you know how hard it is for people to manage your happiness? That didn't grow up with you, that haven't seen the traumas or the successes or the failures, that wasn't there in your building stages, that wasn't a friend first or a true friend and been around you and your other friends and all that kind of stuff, and see how goofy you are or see how serious you get. Do you know how hard it is to put put that on people? Yeah. Do you know how hard that is? So I don't expect that. Like, we're not realistic when we choosing these people that we with. I'm sorry. We're not realistic. Do you think, from a guy's perspective, is this? We get rejected a lot of the times growing up. We get rejected by so many girls that we got to go out and we got to prove ourselves and become, all these different things. And girls, y'all have it from a whole nother perspective. You know what I'm saying? We run to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you get to shoot us down or do whatever. So once you realize that you're not in control of things, you move different. I have no expectations. That's the part that I think that more people need to adapt. When you're expecting superhero type activity from people, I have. It doesn't happen often, Savannah, but I have. But I don't put myself in a place where the bull crap can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta remember, like, you're in control of you, and if you're not, you should be. And so I approach things from that perspective. Listen, I'm. You can't allow people who don't know you as well as you know you to have control of that emotional keyboard. They just typing away all the crazy stuff, and then you Pinocchio in it and stuff, and you just a puppet for these folks to play with you. You got to decide who you're going to be, whether they go willy-nilly or not. I'm not the type of person who, your emergency is not my emergency. I don't get excited because you excited. I'm not that person. I'm not mad because you mad. I got to be mad because of why I want to be mad. Y'all probably let other people get you mad. You got to not do that. No expectation keeps you from getting hurt. Yep. You are more ready for it that's all I'm saying. I just don't, if I ain't expecting, if I ain't got all these crazy demands on you, guess what? You can't, I know what the play is. This is why, and this always leads to, this is what always leads to this conversation. It goes back to that want versus needs conversation. People have a need to put all these boundaries there and then be testing you, be like, I bet, can you stay within these boundaries? And that's the hardest challenge in life, is for somebody to rope you off. That's what men feel like. When men settle down, we feel like you place us in a box. Y'all want us to get rid of our friends. Y'all want us to just spend time with just you. Nobody else should be able to make me happy. No other girl should ever be cute again. It's crazy. Yep, you're right, Nicole. Love and give without expectations. That's when it's reciprocated. It's a bonus, and you'll always be full. If you expect to be heard, then you will be. That's right, because your mind is powerful, Coffee. You'll look for it, and you'll invite it in. No, not cavemen, Savannah. I'm just saying. It's hard out in these streets. You cannot put demands on nobody. That doesn't work. Nope, it's unrealistic. Especially when, like, people don't, Alpha, I mean, for the most part, right? Or just date, Alpha. And when I say that, I mean, locking down is exactly what it is. And that's why people use that word. Man, we're getting locked down. But guess what? When you don't put a label on, let me tell you how crazy stuff is. And most men can attest to this. When you don't put a label on stuff, and ladies, you too, when you don't put a label on stuff, guess what happens? I will say this: women get caught up worse than men do when you don't put a label on stuff, because women truly just want to be, most of them just want to be with one guy. But a guy most times is open to, if you don't outline it, then I'm gonna do some other stuff. You know, I'm gonna be out here, which adds, you know, a sense of self-worth that isn't conducive to the kind of relationship that a woman wants. But I had to physically run my girlfriend's way. Then it was us. Yeah, see, that's not, being on an island is tough, Red, because then one person has a responsibility of keeping you happy, when before you had a group of people who helped support, keep you the woman that he fell in love with. And that's just a hard place. When you get on an island and you remove yourself from the people who help cultivate the person that your husband or your wife is now falling in love with, it's just a hard place. Don't answer, just thought. Like, my mind wants to know, is the single and talking this, or is in a relationship and talking? Oh, okay, that's funny. And I will tell you, Savannah, as I forget her name yesterday, you know, take me as you see me. It's the best way to have me. Off topic, I just made my drink for the morning. That's what's up. I got one left over, so I'm going to drink mine tomorrow. And then I'm traveling, so I'm thinking about, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to make them, and I'm going to put them in a Ziploc and put them on my, put them in a luggage, not my carry-on, but put them on my luggage for the trip, and see if I can't take it with me, because if I can do that, I'm going to be so happy. I want to freely be me authentically without the standard rules someone else made. And that's usually how we meet, Tashi. Like, when somebody meets you, they usually meet you like that, right? The hope is that you're being authentically yourself when they do. That way, everything from that point forward has a base that's sustainable. You know what I'm saying? And again, I want y'all to know these are parallels to the apple cider vinegar drink and everything else. These are all parallels because it's about relationships. You want to be, you want things set up so that you have a baseline of how everything else can happen. Everything else can flourish from there and grow, but you got to have a baseline. You know what I'm saying? If I have to tell the man what to do before he does it, then it does not hold water. It means nothing. Yeah, it's hard, Christina, because you do understand, like, in the courting stage, you all are training the person you're going to be with, and they're training you as well. And I tell, when I'm coaching my guy friends, I tell them, listen, man, be mindful of what you do in the beginning, because women have memories like elephants, and they will say to you that something is off if you do not continue doing what you've always done. Period. Because that becomes one of the most number one questions. Why doesn't my people do why don't you do what you used to do? But it doesn't matter if what he is saying is true and healthy. Yeah, that matters. But we didn't factor that in, Savannah. We didn't say he was lying to you. We just said he was being happy, making you happy. And he doesn't have to lie to make two people happy. Don't pull out all of your tricks at the start. Something like that, Key. But don't set yourself so high. We're too busy trying to impress a woman that we try to impress a woman, but we mess up with a woman when we do that. When you keep these unrealistic expectations, like, some dudes will meet a chick and they'll be with her 2 weeks straight, not telling her that, listen, I got time off of my job right now is why I can spend all this time with you. And then they got to go back to work, and now the girl is like, yo, what are you doing? I'm working. I'm at my job. And so, you know what I'm saying? Really? You working that much? You know what I'm saying? Like, it becomes one of those. No, it ain't starting something you can't finish, Marsha. It's don't start something that you can't continue. Multiple partners, because not one man can satisfy it. And that's the case, Christina. I know a lot of female friends of mine that are in build-a-bear relationships. Let me say, okay, yeah, I will. You let us know how everything's going, Diane, all right? And you're gonna be fine. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be fine. The baby's gonna be fine. We already know Dear Lord and Heavenly Father, we know Diana has an appointment tomorrow. We pray that you camp your angels around her and her baby. And she says it's high risk right now, but we're not claiming high risk, Lord. We're just going to say that your will will be done, and you're going to make sure that everything goes well so her baby is born, and that she has a beautiful baby with all 5 fingers, all 5 toes, and all the things that little babies come with, Lord. We say thank you in advance, and we all touch and agree and say Diana's going to have the best appointment of her week because she's covered, and your covering is all that she needs. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Yeah, so Diana's going, and she's got a appointment with her doctor tomorrow, and I hear the doubt, I hear some doubt in her conversation. That's why I'm saying, when using the words high risk, I'm sure that's what the doctors say, and that they're trying to program and to put you on high alert. But we gonna say that, I'm saying, all births are high risks in America lately, but yours is gonna be fine. You go in there confident. You tell every cell in your body what you needed to do and how you wanted to participate, and just keep moving forward. She said, you're welcome anytime. Savannah says, like, what you don't know isn't relative of what you're getting from a person is healthy. It is, you know what I'm saying? That's the truth. That's all I can say is, like, and I tell you, naivety has its place. It does. It does. I'm not the type of person, and I learned a lesson. I was driving, take the lemons, prepackaged the honey, make fresh 8 ounces. Yeah, I guess you're right, Tashi. The water is the only thing I need. I can get that when I'm wherever I'm at. You're absolutely right. Good call. I can get lemons when I get to the next city. The honey I'm taking. Sorry, got to take my own honey. And I can get some apple cider vinegar there too. All right, good stuff. That's what's up, Marsha. I hope it is. Like, I want to have engaging conversations that, that open y'all up to not only my perspective, but just kind of give you a peripheral point of view of looking at things, so you can kind of say, never thought about it like that. Because life is more about our mindset. You know what I'm saying? Life is truly about how we look at it. And if we allow the societal, like the things that the society wants to put on us as our gauges, I think we're going to have a hard time fitting into somebody else's, we're going to have a hard time being a square trying to fit into somebody else's circle. So what about people who base love and happiness off the Bible statements to love your spouse as I love the church? He faithful though, so how I'm happy when I find out he is not. I think that when you bring into your relationship, you should be equally yoked, right? And this person should carry the values that you all have put together. But there are so many instances where they're not. You cling to God first and pray that God's will be done in your relationship. And should that union be, bugged out by some reason that this person wants to step out and have these other things going on, I can't tell you if that's a trial that you're supposed to be going through to cling to one another more. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think, again, God puts those things in position, in place for each and every individual. I don't know. I know some people get closer when that goes on. Some people actually end up talking to each other and finding out why that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you, God works in mysterious ways, and who am I to question, why he would allow or put that in put that in the mix. I just know that for everything, every experience you have, there's a lesson in it to be learned. And hopefully, in a situation like that, he's put that not a roadblock, he's put that hurdle in there for y'all to figure out how to jump it and get back in the same stride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it happens. Some people, it pulls them closer. Some people, it was never meant to be. And maybe the union that you thought you was in love with somebody wasn't truly what it was supposed to be. It is. Well, I say that, Savannah, like, a lot of what we've been doing and experiencing conversation has been breaking some of these generational and childhood traumas and curses, and not many people want to talk about those things because I hear when people say those crazy things to me. They say, I've always done that. And I look them dead on the face. I say, that don't make it right. That just make it what you always done. It don't make it right. You want to make it right, Start looking outside, start looking at some other things. You're talking to me based off of the conditions that was presented to you when you was a kid, but I didn't experience that. True story, Savannah. We've all been guilty of that. And that's why I can speak from the perspective I'm speaking from, is because we've all been in a position where, we've had some unhealthy traits when it comes to how we've shared and given love and not received it back, a whole bunch of stuff. Instead of building walls, you should build a fence so you can look through sometimes. I like that. Keep your eyes open. But then again, Marsha, I'm also from the school of, after I see what I see through the fence, I still got a judgment call to make. Yep. Yeah, we all been through it. Like it's not about, I told y'all, it's not about what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. Stuff is going to happen to us. We all know that. We all know we're survivors. Every last person here. Do y'all realize that? Do y'all celebrate that? Do y'all celebrate the fact that y'all are all survivors? We went through the most tumultuous 2 years of our lives. We didn't choose it. We just had to respond to it. And we're here. After the smoke is cleared. Survivors. I know one thing for certain. If you put your relationship with God first, all else will fail against it. I'm assuming that's what you mean, everything that comes against it. I think that's ideally what the perspective is that if two people focus on the same thing and they're walking in the same direction, that even though you may walk on different pavements to get there, or maybe there's some other things that are happening, that you still keep your eyes on the prize and you'll be going together. You know what I'm saying? I have to read that book, Boundaries. Boundaries is a good book. Yeah. I'm sure they help keep things in place, you know what I'm saying? Everything you need or want, look within, and everything happens for a good reason. I truly believe that, yep. But we don't celebrate the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, that your relationship is yours. It's just yours. Right? You and that one person come together to make a unique thing. A book called Sacred Marriage is good to read too. Okay. I'm going to have to up my reading, but y'all be demanding so much time. No, I'm joking. You stand back to back with your partner so you're always covered from the attacks. Yeah, they're going to come. And you gotta design a system, Nicole. I don't know if it's back to back, but I just know you do need a system to where what you've made creatively together is something that you can manage moving forward. What up, Bortek? You want something that's going to allow you to create synergy. But you also got to remember that other person has a totally different background than you, and you got to be able to manage that. We get taught to be territorial and micromanage people. Yeah, man, I run from that. I'm not doing none of that. Mindset. Marsha got it on the nail on the head. It's your mindset. I believe love is out there, but you definitely have to have standards. I told you I'm bougie, so you know what I'm saying? And I told y'all earlier why bougie is not a bad thing. Bougie is a certain level of standards that I think you all should have. You all should be bougie to some degree. Nobody else should be able to get back on it, Bortek. Nobody should be able to come at you. They should look at you and be like, no, I can't just run up on shorty. I gotta have my act together. Two imperfect people will never have perfection. I won't say never, but they're audiobooks. I mean, but I'm using my ears for so much stuff, Savannah. Oh, yes, there are people who thrive on causing disunity in your relationship. Absolutely. You have to stand for something or you fall for anything. True story. I'm 100% bougie. Please believe it. I can believe that. I think women are raised to be bougie and guys are raised to try to figure out, how to break through that bouginess. So guys, we try to work out, we try to get great jobs, make a lot of money, and try to knock down some of those things that can meet that level of bouginess. And again, it's one of those things where failing to realize that your mental wherewithal, your spiritual wherewithal are greater than the money or the assets when it comes to sustainability. The Purpose and Power of Love and Marriage by Dr. Miles Monroe. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, man. I love the way why do you say they will never perfection when we are all imperfect. That was what somebody else typed up, Tashi. I forget who said that. Are you shorty? I don't even know what that is, Christina. I'm 5'10". Yes, I'm bougie to a certain degree, as you should be, Marsha, right? But your bouginess is what's going to be the fence to, as to how high somebody has to jump the fence to get over to where you are, and who's willing to do it too, who's deserving. Women who run with wolves will help women fine-tune that dynamic too and to be happy from within. Yeah, and they need that, you know what I'm saying? Or, again, therapy is always a good choice for those who don't get it. However, I'm still very much humble and grateful. Therapy is a good thing because a lot of people need somebody to bounce stuff off of and to give them an unbiased, realistic opinion. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy communicating with people and just kind of being like, well, let's just talk about your involvement. Let's just talk about, what you can control, that kind of thing. Yeah. Yep. And that's what it is. A lot of us, it's funny, people think they know what they want and they really don't, because you end up finding that the person that you really, really like isn't even close to what you thought you wanted, and they come out of nowhere. Those are really cool relationships. Bougie, they was mad at me yesterday because I didn't drink out a red cup. And that's cool, but there'll be somebody who understands and respects the fact that you took that position. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hope you are actively waiting, Nicole. Not just waiting, but you still got to be active. Like God is better at helping us while we're trying to help ourselves. It goes back to the story of the father who gave the sons the money, and only one of them went out and multiplied it. He was the one that he blessed the land with. Remember, he had 3 sons. He gave them all the same amount of money. One went out and partied with it. The other one went and buried it. And the last one went out and multiplied it. So we got to be in a position to move. You know what I'm saying? We can't wait on God. We got to go with God's grace. I have a life coach who is perfect for me, and I'm so glad I can just be with my mate. That's what's up. Yeah. Yep. Nicole, you know what it is. Wait, we not going to bulldoze over your response to "Are you sure?" I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't even know. I don't. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so bougie that you're not putting God first. Oh, for sure. I'm not sitting on my hands. That's all I'm saying, Nicole. There you go. Too mad. Went to my car and got my glass. I carry these. That's what's up. I didn't bulldoze over that, Savannah. I said it. You know what I'm saying? I'm so comfortable with me. You better believe I don't. Girl, stop. That's right. If you can be trusted with little, God will trust you with more. Yeah. But you got to be, faith without works. There's the scripture. Faith without works is dead. So that means, like, when people be like, yo, I'm not dating nobody for a long time. It'd be like, who wants to date a chick that ain't dated in forever? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even know that I'm a good catch based off of what's going on out there right now. Like, who wants to do that? Ladies, don't y'all frown at the dude who just says I ain't been in a relationship in 3 years. Don't y'all be like, ugh. Ain't that a red flag for y'all? Is that not a red flag? I don't know. Will somebody tell me, is that a red flag when a dude tell you a dude over 30, let's say that, somebody over 30 who ain't dated in 3 to 4 years, ain't had a serious relationship, I mean. Don't y'all red flag that? Like, what? That's part of being bougie, Nicole, just saying. With everything you just said. I have been in one in about 3 years, so I guess that's a red flag. No, it's different for women versus men. Women carry trauma longer than men, usually. But if a guy has not been in a serious relationship in 3 years, y'all don't that's not a red flag for y'all? I'm just curious. Does it matter what he's been doing this time? See, that's the challenge right there. We're giving you right there. You just ran over a red flag, Nicole. She said it depends on what he's been doing with his time. Does it matter? Even when people work, they build relationships. You know what I'm saying? Even when people are busy, they find time. You know what I'm saying? You so funny, Marsha. She said, why would it be a red flag? He was waiting on God. That's funny. Don't be retracting your messages, Savannah. YouTube know what you said. YouTube know what you said. That's funny. What's your bad self? That's what's up, Christina. I appreciate that. I am. I really am. I like to keep things light. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good time to have a good time and to keep things focused. And I'm serious. I guess that's what you mean by charismatic at the same time. Like it's a whole thing. It's a whole way of being. You know what I mean? And in the right atmospheres, it flows and grows, and with the right people, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying, you got to be mindful. You got to, always keep your surroundings at what, our surroundings is lit. I think before this convo, we need to talk about values and beliefs and how true people are to those. I mean, when stepping, that should be during your courting period. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been wanting to see you live again to tell you my experience. Curl, I'm here. Talk to me. Some people need to stay single until they heal. True story. But that's what the talking phase is supposed to be, Savannah. The problem is people aren't honest when they do that. I'm dating a guy who had not dated for 2 years, and we're going on 3 years together. That's what's up. That's what's up. Did he explain to you, to Nicole's point, I think it was, why didn't he, why was he single 2 years before y'all had dated? Come on, Curl, I'm waiting on you. Mm-hmm. You are definitely a whole vibe and a good sense of humor and positive mindset. Yeah, it's always that, Marsha. And I know I've heard my friends, like people who know me for a long time, just say, man, you think real different. And I just feel like if I have a superpower, that's what it is, just being open enough to see things differently. People lie, hide the truth them for a while, but we don't ask the right questions. Tashi, I don't even think it's in the questions, right? I think it's in the actions. If y'all really want to know what it is, it's really the actions. Y'all got to pay attention to the actions. Naturally blessed. That's not the question she was talking about. What's name had another thing. We waiting on Curl. Different is the bomb. I like to think so. That's a great thing. Too many cookie cutters not here. I mean, that's always been the case though. A lot of people play it safe. I've had doctors try to prescribe pills for my indigestive issues, right? Yep. Then I tried the whole apple cider vinegar drink. Okay, so there it is. So, and I said that. Remember, I said that about women. It wouldn't let me type everything. It's all good. I'm with you. I'm waiting for the next stuff. He was working 2 to 3 jobs, saving his money, and getting past his divorce. That makes sense. And I prefaced that earlier by saying men don't usually take time out for trauma, but clearly they do. I'm not avoiding that question naturally. Marsha, I've already said I don't just. That's not a live question. It never has been, and I've addressed that. Like I've always addressed personal information on the live stage. Sometimes people have values and beliefs that were inherited, but they don't really live it, but represent them as if they would be true to them in a relationship. I mean, yeah, those are the people who are saying things to get what they want. But the way I no longer have to take pills and it regulated my digestive system and my bloating, are y'all missing this? Are y'all listening to Curly? Did y'all listen to Curly? Listen, hold on. Y'all hold y'all typing for 1 second. Let me go back and read this because I think y'all missed it. Let me go back up here. So I want y'all to know something. Curly came in here a little while ago, I can't remember how long ago before she joined the room, our live, right? But she says, I've had doctors try to prescribe pills for my digestive issues, right? And she had talked about them before, you know what I'm saying, that she had digestive issues. Then it said, then I tried the whole ACV, apple cider vinegar. But the way I no longer have to take those pills and it regulated my digestive system and my bloating. This stuff is absolutely natural and amazing. Are y'all hearing that? Yeah, I'm from that school too, Nicole. I mean, y'all already know that though. I'm pretty transparent. Yep. Some say they believe in that. They don't even know what that is though. Like honestly, Savannah, sometimes y'all, and here's the real loophole. You want to talk to somebody about their beliefs and whatnot, but you're gonna find out what that is before they ever tell you what it is. So I would talk less and watch more, and then raise questions about what you saw. Go ahead, Curl. Curl, you got the stage, man. The excitement of the chase blinds us in the actions that don't match. True story. Those are called red flags that you drive right over. But you should speak less and pay attention more. You want to know how somebody really feels about you? Check their actions. Check their actions and don't give them a pass. You're so quick to say, "Oh, he ain't called because he got a job. Oh, he ain't coming over because he worked late. Oh, he ain't doing this or she ain't doing this because of." We be giving them all the room. You said eat after you poo, right? But sometimes I literally just ate, so I'd be like, damn. Listen, whatever you're doing, Goddess, I would just say, the fact that it's working, I love it. So I would say continue until you have to adjust, but if it's working, just keep doing that. And that's the thing, beautiful one. We be given, that's what's up. We be given passes. We be giving too many passes, man. We drive right over those roadblocks. Those red flags be sitting right there, man, and we be like, and that goes back to some questions we may need to ask ourselves. We need to reevaluate why we don't give ourselves that kind of discernment. Yep. She said later today because after midnight. That's a good one. Well, it's not even trusting your instincts at this point, Nicole. You're seeing what you need to be believing. Well, invite your mama next time, Savannah. Stop playing. Hey, she gets this opportunity to see this back, too, because this is going to be posted on the YouTube. So she'll get a chance to see it if you want her to see it. And you can clip out the section. So for everybody who's watching, if there's a section of this conversation that you truly enjoy, you can always go back and watch it on YouTube, but you can clip it out, too. You can clip it and share it. You have to listen instead of always talking. Yep, we get them something to feed up. Or to adjust. I like to watch how they treat their mom thing. But again, the challenge is a lot of us don't have that type of relationship with our moms. My relationship with my mom is kind of different because she always gave to everybody. My mother's in high demand from so many different people that I think we as her children, missed a lot of that other kind of mom relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. Yep. And I typically kind of discuss the Goddess by, like me, this week alone, I'm 5 days in on working out. Tomorrow I'll be day 6, and then I'm traveling. So I'm gonna end up taking running clothes with me to run every day that I'm on, that I'm out of town. But I eat, I apple cider vinegar drink, poop, eat, poop. Oh, well, between that, I move around, do some stuff, brush my teeth, make up the bed, vacuum if I need to, little stuff like that. Then poop again, and then I go to the gym. I've even seen one good to their mom, but he was still horrible. Yeah, it's different. They ask me what I'm looking for. I say, be yourself. If I tell you, then you'll act that way. So here's the problem, Marsha. They don't know what being themselves means. Do you understand? Like anytime you got to say to somebody, be yourself, you should never, don't say that to them. Just, you'll see who themselves are. I mean, you're going to have to get regulated, Savannah. It's coming. Just stay consistent. You'll get it. Don't be jealous. Be excited. Be excited that you know that it works, that there's a breakthrough, and you're on the train for it. Yeah, it's not toxic with me and my mom, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. My mom, single mom raising 5 kids, and you know what I'm saying? I was the youngest, so it's just different. My older sister and her have a great relationship. Yeah, consistency is absolutely key, and that's with everything in life. And that's what you'll find out what kind of person you're dealing with. On the relationship side, consistency will be the key. Is he consistent in the value system that you have? And it's hard because, excuse me, part of it becomes so conversationally rehearsed that they're saying one thing, and because they've said it, you start looking for them to do what they said, and they adjust it by what they actually do. And I would never ask, I just watch what you do. And then then that's something worth discussing. Yeah, give yourself, and that's the issue, Nicole. So many people move so fast, and so y'all understand, my conversation was always, it's not the cookie. Like, the cookie ain't the prize. The prize is your mind. But any man out there will tell you that the thing that's greater than the intimacy that most women think that men want, it's the intimacy of your mind. That's what I value most. How do you think? I want that. I want to, if there's anything I want is I want to manufacture the us going down the same street and seeing some of the most similar things, but even in the things that you see that are different, that we can come to the table and discuss them in such a way that we both learn and are gratified by that. For me, it's never been that. Yeah, true story. And I think I learned that on an early age. So many people when I was growing up was focused on, oh man, I can't wait till I hear that, I can't wait till da da da. And I realized that is a fleeting moment. An hour and a half tops, that moment is over with. And then what do you have? You have the conversation. You have the mental, how somebody thinks. You got to deal with that longer than the intimacy. So what do you work on? What is most important? It's the mental aspect, because the mental aspect will last way longer. I'm just saying. These are the little things I learned. Men, if you really want to get to the heart of a woman, write her a letter. Yeah, be consistent with the value system. Yeah, write her a letter, fellas. One of the dopest things you can do is write her a letter. Yes, Curl Goddess, ain't nobody out here trying to run no marathons. You know what I'm saying? At the most, it's an hour. Good luck. And that's one session. If we hit 2 gears or 3 gears, that's something totally different too. But that's going to depend on the person and how open-minded they are. But definitely 1 gear, 1 hour. Foreplay included. Ain't putting no strain on nothing. Just saying. But that's the key, man. Fellas don't even realize, like, if you really want to touch the heart of a woman, write her a letter. Tell her how you feel, or that you was thinking about her. Even in this day and age, the undervalued part is these text messages and all that kind of stuff. Ladies, when a man writes you a letter, it shows effort. That's funny. She said, Raheem Marathon. Write a letter and watch, you know what I'm saying, and start building from there. Letter writing is a lost art. It sure is. It is. It absolutely is. You write a letter, you mail it, sprinkle it with your cologne or something. Man, what? I ain't gonna give up all the game. I ain't even got all. That ain't even all the game. That's not even what's the word I'm looking for? It's not proprietary. Anybody can use that. No, and you're absolutely right, Goddess. People don't want to be vulnerable. Real conversations are a lost art. I wish there were more fellas in the room right now who could be reading your comments. But listen, no, Goddess. See, if you write a letter, that makes you a superhero. Whether they expose you for writing the letter or not, Goddess, it's a win-win situation for the letter writer. Believe that. Because you know, when somebody tries to expose them or make them seem like a simp, y'all saw what happened to that dude who tried to say that Russell Wilson was a simp. Y'all saw what happened to that dude, right? I'm just saying, Christina, I'm not. Look, if we trying to keep doing it, we ain't wearing me out one night. I'm going to give you 40 good strokes. Woo! That's all I'm saying. Oh, man, that is funny. And those are weak-minded people who think that. That part right there, Marsha, is what makes it liquid dynamite. Marsha just put it right there. That's what makes it liquid dynamite. Letters are awesome, and you can reread them. Yep. There you go, Angela. Yep. And I'm so disappointed that the room isn't crowded with fellas to understand this. But see, that's the gift, right? The fact that Russell Wilson, they tried to expose him. Remember, the dude was like, who should Sierra really be with? She should be with Future, or she should be with Russell. And he was like, Russell's a square and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And then everybody else came to defend him like, no, you the square for thinking that way. Yep. That's right. That's right. Those are lazy dating skills. You're absolutely right. There's so many things that you could do to spice up your dating life and get to a place where you can be out on a date and learn so much about a person. But that's the thing. People don't want to learn about the other person, nor do they want to give the person what they need that's sustainable. Giving cards are special too. You always have them read again. Cards are cool. Letters are epic. Cards are someone else's effort to express how you might feel, and you may be aligned with them, but that's just it. And you get a little area to scribble in your piece. Writing a letter from, hey, beautiful, I was just thinking about you, and some things ran across my mind. Starting a letter off like that, with your cologne associated with it, in your penmanship, mistakes and all, come on, man. You're going to picture me writing it in your head. You're going to see me like this. You're going to be like, I bet he was like this at the table. Listen, squares win all the time over, you know what I'm saying, most people anyway. Yeah. But it should be more give than take, you know. I say, I don't care. Put it out there if I do it, because I want people to see it. Yep. That's all I'm saying, Goddess. Like, you know what I'm saying? And don't be a dude who can draw. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a dude who can draw, who can put some illustration to it. Ooh, I'm not that guy. I'm just saying. I would think that guy would get carte blanche. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's not the case, though, Christina. It isn't always you get what you give. There are people that you give to on a regular basis. What up, Steph? That don't return that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop. And the fact is, most of us can't pump the brakes and stop being the person that we are. You know what I mean? I've been on. See, you ain't got notifications turned on. I'm so mad. I've been on since 9 o'clock, something like that. 10 o'clock maybe. Since 10. Yep. I got on a little bit after 10, I think. Maybe 10:30. I don't have, let me see. Let me look, I'll tell you. I've been on for an hour and 48 minutes, so yeah. Yep. Some of y'all got them letters. I would hope that some of y'all got them. I don't know why I didn't notify you. Did you? You probably ignored it. That's messed up. Yes and no, Marsha. I understand that that's a huge thing, right? She said financial stability is a must. Everybody can't meet you where you are at that point, and that there's something to be said about how you manage that situation as well. If you give me a card, I want a mahogany card because it's the closest to a letter. That's what's up. I'm doing schoolwork too. Okay, that's what's up. She remembers something like that the rest of her life. You better believe it. You absolutely right. I know it. I know that somebody on this live right now has a little stash of old cards, just like y'all got a stash of old pictures. You know what I mean? I believe in those. Like, I think that you have to keep those things because you'll lose who you were if you don't remember where you've been. Like the world today is predicated on you forgetting what you know. They're trying to whitewash the history books so you don't remember. What are we saying? That's why you got to save stuff. Because if not, listen, I can guarantee right now, if y'all go look at any of these kids' social studies books, they have rewritten history in those social study books of the life that you've lived. They've rewritten what you've experienced in your lifetime. And y'all see they're in Congress right now trying to erase history. They don't want to put those things that black people have went through in those history books. So these letters that you write to your loved ones, these letters that you get from people who like you and all that, you got to keep them. No, you got to keep them, Nicole. Even in the sense that your people are trying to, you know, when somebody you with wants you to throw them away and want to get rid of them, no, that's a part of my history. That's right. They're deleting it everywhere. Why? Because their success, and I say theirs in, and I got to watch how I'm talking because I'm on two different platforms that might not appeal to this conversation. So bear with me. That there are entities out there who are wishing that the fortitude that you might have from the history that you've lived or the history that was placed before you disappears. The superpower that you have is being able to call up from the ancestors. And how do you connect to the ancestors without doing research? And one of the places where you do the research now is rewriting that history. Do you know you have to go back? Let me tell y'all the ancient place you got to go to get the real history. You got to go to the library. You have to go to the library, y'all, because the library still has the history and accounting of those old books that nobody wants to read that has all the history in it. Nobody wants to go there, though. Nobody wants to go to the library. That library be looking so shallow and empty. That library is just saying, come in here, I got all the answers. I'll leave that right there. I'll leave that right there, man. Listen, it is 12:35. 12:35 Eastern Standard Time. It is 64 degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia, getting down to a low of 55. I hope y'all have enjoyed tonight's live. We were all over the place, but I think the discussion in the beginning was hilariously good. I hope I opened your mind to some things. I hope that you guys got an opportunity to look at things a little bit differently. If there's anything you enjoyed about it, or if you came in late and missed some of it, you can watch the replays on my YouTube channel. This is one of the benefits of recording on both, is that I don't have to worry about transforming this one. I lived in Atlanta for 16 years. Glad to be out, though. Yeah, it's a different space, Nicole. Atlanta's different. I will, Sam. Make sure you get here early next time, man. I needed some more fellas in here to kind of, you know what I'm saying? But you caught a good part. I can't even front. You caught a good part at the end. You caught a good part. Again, if you guys enjoy it, yeah, I've never had to deal with the traffic because I've either lived in a space where I didn't have to do it, or the times that I chose to work, I didn't have to do it. You know what I mean? Yep, know your history, Stephanie. You're absolutely right. It's in those books. But if y'all want the history of tonight's show, you all can follow me on TikTok, subscribe to me on YouTube, and then you ain't missing Sabrina. Listen, you can go back and watch it. You can watch it. And if there's some clips that y'all like, they've added the feature where you can actually outline the parts that you like and share it on any of your social media. That'd be super cool. I appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. I'm about to catch some Z's so I can wake up with y'all at about 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna get about 8 hours maybe of sleep, maybe 7 good hours. Yeah, back to the PSA. If you're not following me, follow me. Turn on notifications to always on all platforms so you won't be late like Stephanie. Oh my God. No, I'm joking. So that you can show up and show out with me when we get on. And, you know, share me with your friends and families, whether it's just in conversation or on your social media. That's always cool. Yep. Knock it out. Stephanie, relax. I know you got some studying to do. This is not goodbye, y'all. This is to be continued. And we'll pick it up next time tomorrow. Now, if there's a demand, after I get back from my trip, if there's a demand to broadcast more relationship conversations, and I got to tell you, I really enjoyed tonight's conversation. I really, really enjoyed the perspectives and everybody's outlook and opinions. I think that was really, really cool. I think that was really, really cool. And then my just now it just said that I'm on low battery, so I'm gone. Stephanie, what are you saying? You can't have me all night. That's 2 hours, man. I gave you 2 hours earlier today. I'm giving you 2 hours now. So that's 4 hours. 4 hours of my day. You know? So I gotta go. I'm not a trip, I'm a journey. Stop playing. Yeah. Oh, where I'm going. Oh, that's funny. DC, Virginia, that area. That's funny. Woo! And I had a massage tonight, so I'm really floating right now. I really just need to lay down. I'm gonna have some of the best sleep I've had in a while. I'm gonna set my alarm clock though, so I can get up, you know, and get on this live with y'all. Until then, this is not goodbye. This is to be continued. I'll catch y'all a little bit later. I do my own sound effects. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, y'all. I'm out on my YouTube channel. We'll speak tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll see y'all then.